Hi, this is Ken Gidge, and this is the Art of Politics, actually the only show of its type whereby we have a great, good, well, I'm not a conservative, liberal Democrat. And over here, my friend Pasquale Baldasaro.
Al Baldasaro. My middle name's Pasquale.
I like
Pasquale.
that. No, Pasquale.
Pasquale. It means Patrick in Italian.
It's Irish, isn't it? No,
it's Italian. No,
I know.
But good try. Here we go again with the liberal way of not telling the truth. Give the facts today. Let's have a good show with nothing but the facts.
Your name is Pasquale. I mean, I like that. I mean, my middle name is Norman.
Norman. I have an uncle Norman, lives here in Nashua.
Norman Gidge. You know, that's a kind of a, you know. But Pasquale. Is it Albert or?
Alfred.
Alfred Pasquale. Mm-hmm. Now, Pasquale is whose name?
It was named after my grandfather. My grandfather was the mayor of Cambridge, Massachusetts.
Really?
Which actually was Pasquale. My uncle was Pasquale, but
your uncle was?
My grandfather was Alfred E. Vellucci. My other uncle was Patrick Vellucci.
My
and he
God.
was the four-term mayor in Cambridge, Mass.
Honestly?
Oh, yeah. I used to sit around the table from 5 years old with Tip O'Neill, the Kennedys, and other politicians. And my grandfather eating spaghetti aioli, you know, and talking politics. So, yeah, it's in my blood since I was young.
But
that was when I was a Democrat and I learned how to spend my own money.
All right, okay. No. That's right. That's when you were sane.
Once I learned how to spend my own money, I've seen the light.
Yeah, you've seen the light. Mm-hmm. A lot of people, and in fact, a lot of people in New Hampshire have seen the light because you guys had a supermajority of was it?
238.
No, you had 296.
Oh, right, that's right. Yes,
all right,
that's right,
against the 103. Mm-hmm. But the people of New Hampshire saw the light, and you guys are the minority.
No,
now.
What happened? I think it was a sweep under the Obama. He's had people all brainwashed, and they came out and voted for him.
Excuse me.
They wanted him to pay for the mortgages and
right.
McDonald's food. Remember those phone calls to 911?
Hold on a second. But isn't the economy getting better?
Oh,
aren't we coming up a little? Are people making more money? More people getting hired?
I don't see it.
But you guys still hate Obama.
I don't see it.
It's Obamacare.
Let's be honest about here in New Hampshire. Even though the unemployment numbers dropped, we still have many people out of work. Many young people.
We are not.
Many women are not working.
We are not. Oh,
and you are
now
always
you guys
women,
are for the women.
Because you're putting women out of work. You're putting young moms out of work.
You guys are now for the women.
We've always been.
It's interesting how I'm talking about the women all the time. You are completely against, well, I can't say you're against women.
No, I was never against women. What I was against on a constitutional issue, on forcing people that own companies that are religious, forcing them on contraceptive to pay for that. And it goes against their religion. They're protected under the Constitution. You all want to push the Constitution aside and turn it into a woman's war. It's not right. I don't care who does contraceptive.
I'm going to let you just talk. I'm going to let you talk.
Because the truth hurts you.
I was going to argue, but I'm going to let you talk.
Don't make me pull the Constitution out here.
I think Obama made it very clear that if there's any religious...
No, he didn't.
Oh, yes.
What? Then why is Hobby Lobby in court?
It's because you guys, the Republicans, won't let it go. This is just a great argument for you. And why?
Why is Hobby Lobby at the Supreme Court?
Hobby Lobby?
Hobby Lobby at the Supreme Court, a religious company, 500 stores throughout the country. He said he will close every store if he is forced to go against his religion on contraceptives.
And is it anything else other than contraceptives?
The day after, the abortion pill, he's against.
Oh, okay. So he'll close 500.
He'll close 500 stores if he's forced to go against his constitution.
Yes. Is this a private company?
This is a private company.
Okay.
Yes.
Then he's very rich and he really doesn't care.
No. Yes, he does care because he closes on Sundays so his people can go to church. He will not open up there.
And what's the name of these stores?
There's a store in Manchester. What a beautiful store.
What is it?
It's a like a craft store. They sell crafts. They sell beautiful paintings.
And the name of it?
Hobby Lobby.
Hobby Lobby.
It's right there in the Manchester at that store where Staples is, the shopping center.
Oh, yes.
Across from the mall.
Yes.
What a great, my wife loves it. She's bought a few paintings out of there, original paintings.
Hobby Lobby.
Hobby Lobby, yeah. And he's fighting for his constitutional rights there. He's already gone to the Supreme Court.
He doesn't believe that women should have contraceptives?
No. He does not believe that he should pay for something he don't believe in under contraceptive.
But how do he's not?
He has no issues with
no,
the
no,
birth
is
control
he,
pills.
Is he pay? Okay, so he
He
will
has
pay.
issues with paying the day after pills.
Okay,
that
so
deal
birth
with
control
abortion.
pills are fine.
He has no issues there. His
So
issues,
but he will pay for the birth control.
right. It's the day after pill.
Okay.
Anything that causes abortion, he refuses to pay.
Okay.
And I don't blame the guy. I
Well,
wouldn't pay either.
a day after pill doesn't mean that a woman is pregnant. The day after pill is
But
just
you
in
said
case she is
Obama
pregnant.
fixed this. Here's a guy paying millions of dollars in lawyer fees to go fight what he believes in. And you saying Obama fixed it. Obama fixed nothing. It's a bunch of BS. Let's be honest here.
I'm going to let you just talk.
Look at the many companies
You're
here
gonna-
in New Hampshire dropping their people off the insurance. They're
Go-
saying we have Medicaid expansion.
Whoa. When you say insurance, that's my department. That's where I'm from. You know,
Well, your
I'm
committee
in
is
Commerce, which is
screwed
insurance and banking.
over
And
the
it was
state of New
you
Hampshire.
guys who wouldn't let us form an insurance exchange.
You're damn right.
We
Why
keep
should we
going
f-
through? So an insurance company comes along and forms one, and guess what they do? They cut off 10 hospitals. They take one out of Nashua.
here
And
we
you know
go
what you
again.
do? It is the Republicans who did that, not the
No,
Democrats.
here we go again. You're not being honest again.
I'm not being honest.
Antrim.
That was my committee.
Those 10 hospitals do not do business with Antrim. Antrim has a monopoly in New Hampshire. Antrim cut them out because they paid less.
That's not true. I've talked to
do a
the
Google.
CFO
If you're
at Southern
watching this show,
Regional,
do a Google
and
check.
Anthem didn't even talk to them. And by the way, there are two in here in the Hillsborough County. There are two places that take mental ill patients. One happens to be Southern, and the other is Elliott in Manchester.
Okay.
Now, if they didn't choose Southern, they chose St. Joe's here in the city. So if somebody comes in and they're mentally having a mental problem or a breakdown, they can't go here in their city. They either have to drive themselves or be driven to Elliott. Oh, wait a minute. Elliott doesn't have enough rooms, not enough beds. So,
You fought us.
you know what? You want to know
fought
something?
us on more bed space. You fought us and killed the bill.
Beg your pardon.
You all because of this board that's out there.
Excuse me. I was on. You know, you forget. I was on the Hillsborough County Executive Committee.
Yes.
It was you guys who took away the money for 4.5 social workers who do mental health
here
work.
we go again.
At $465,
Here we go
and
again.
people commit suicide. Oh, well, they keep people out of jail too.
Health and
And you guys eliminated that. And then you're complaining because there's not enough
See,
mental health?
You call it a cut. The Health and Human Services wanted $40 million more in their budget. We gave them $20 million.
Excuse me.
So you call it
no.
a cut.
Oh, hold on a second. We're not talking about the state. We're talking
talking
about
state.
Hillsborough County, which has a
that's a
budget of
county issue.
approximately 80.
But that's a county issue. That's not a
84
state issue.
You voted against it?
How do we vote on your budget?
I beg your pardon?
We don't vote on your county budget. I don't.
Oh, okay. Well, all right.
I
That's,
vote
that
on
is a good
Rockingham
point.
County.
That is a good point.
Okay, see, I wish you had a button on this here that says fact check. Every time you open your mouth, hit the fact check button.
Oh, excuse me. So the Republicans over in Hudson.
Hillsborough
Wait a minute.
County-
Republicans over in Hudson are different than the Republicans here in Nashua. So that's
Yes,
divided.
because
So Hillsborough County
because
is here, and over
Hillsborough
there is
County
what?
has
What is
more
your county
Republic-
are you in?
Because I'm in Rockingham.
Oh, Rockingham
Hillsborough
County.
County, you have more Democrats, right? Am I right? Than Republicans.
No, at that time when they got rid of the social workers for $465,000, which they came in and said we'll save $1.5 million keeping people out of jail and stuff like that. It was $85 million was our budget, and it's you guys, the Republicans, who voted it out.
No,
and now you're crying mental
I have to
health.
disagree with you. When you talk about the prison, that was SB 500. You all did the recertification. You all putting people out of jail early that recommit more crimes over and over and over.
Where
that
are
had
you
to do
getting that?
SB 500 because I was one of the 56 voters that voted against it.
Excuse me.
Hit the fact check.
Well, hold on a second. 400 and you were one of the 56.
I was one of the 56
So,
that voted against
in other
SB
words,
500.
the majority of the Republicans
No,
and
the
you were the
Democrats were in
minority.
control.
No.
We were in the minority.
No. I beg your pardon?
When SB
Excuse
500
me,
came
you
forward,
always had at least 150 to 200.
No.
You were only 25% of the Republicans who voted against it.
In my second term, my first 2 terms was in the minority under Democrats. SB 500 came forward. SB 500, there was a recertification, whatever they call it, letting people out of jail early. I voted, there was 56 Republicans voted against it. I was one of the 56. Now, when you talk about that was to save money.
No,
You
hold on.
wanted to save money and put
hold on.
problems onto the people.
Well, wait a minute. You were the minority.
I was in the minority.
Of the Republican Party who voted against it.
Yes.
The majority of the Republican Party voted for it.
We had, the Democrats had like, 240?
Excuse me?
We had 160?
No. Excuse me. That still says
Let me ask you something.
that you were a third.
Were Republicans in the minority? And 4 years ago.
Let's do the numbers. Okay, give it to me. You said how many?
My second term.
240.
I was elected in 2006.
Let's do the numbers. 240, did you say?
I'm guessing on the 240
All right,
now. Don't quote me on there.
No. We'll say 240.
But how many ever show up?
Okay, so that's
how many show up?
That's 60. Wait a minute. That's 60 plus 100. That's 400. So 160, because that's exactly what you said. And you were one of 56.
That voted against.
Okay, so that's basically 1/3 of the Republicans,
Right.
2/3 of the Republicans voted for, as you say, for the Democrats.
You got your shoes off your ad. You got your shoes off using
it's
your
right
toes.
here.
But
You're a great talker.
But what don't you understand? What don't you understand? We were in the minority. You were in charge. The bill was going to pass.
Excuse me.
To let people out of jail.
Let's try
that dealt with the health, mental health issues. You dumped rapists and other people at halfway homes. You let them out of jail early.
If anyone believes that, look.
Do a Google check. Don't believe Al Baldasaro.
Yeah, please don't.
Don't believe me.
Please don't.
Do a Google check on SB 500.
But I want to get this numbers straight,
Right.
okay?
Don't quote me on those numbers because I may be off with the numbers.
You may be off.
Because we're talking 3 terms ago.
Yes, well, you're off with the numbers. In fact, it's more than 160.
But only 56 of us voted against it. I'm not wrong on that
out of 160 Republicans, 240 Democrats, you were one of, 160, you were only 56
Right.
of you.
Probably
the
50.
majority of the Republicans voted for that also.
I never said they didn't. But what I said is who was the majority
So there's a possibility
and who was the
that
minority.
There's a good possibility that you could be wrong.
Because at that time, we had a lot of Republicans that voted with Democrats all the time. They
Oh,
were Republicans
I see.
that
So
ran
they were
in name
bad
only.
Republicans?
They ran in name
Were
only.
they-
Yes.
Oh, they were bad.
Even though we were in the minority, we had Republicans there. At that time, we had 50, 60, maybe 70 that continued to vote. Since then, we weeded them out.
Oh, wait.
We weeded them out.
Oh, yes. You
Because they
weeded
knew
them.
they could not win as a Democrat
Yes,
in those
you-
areas.
oh, yes,
and they ran as Republicans.
You voted them out, right.
No, we weeded them out. I
And
never
we,
said voted.
we know what happened, and you strong-arm people. Come on. I've heard you, for God's sakes, giving
I'm a lover. I'm not
hell.
I'm not a fighter. I have
Well,
never
you certainly
ever.
aren't.
I'm one of the tri-chairs of the House Republican Alliance. You know that, right?
Yes.
Who is the one always on the floor fighting issues? The House Republican Alliance.
Valancourt?
Yeah. I like Valancourt. I think he does a great job. He speaks out. Nobody holds him back.
No, yes, and I timed him 32 minutes
I
up there at
refuse
the
to
well.
let leadership
That's,
or anybody tell me how to vote.
Well, no, but he did have 32 minutes. You think that was a little too long?
Yeah, that was too long.
Look, how many minutes
I
do you think
agree.
went out of him?
I would say 3 to 5 minutes, no more.
And how many people can do this?
Oh, I would say you could, depending on the issue, it's a controversial issue, you could have up to 10 or 15.
Okay, 10 and 15.
Mm-hmm.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, because I have complained about this before,
Nobody
when
listens to you.
the great Bill O'Brien, which I can't find him, he's supposed to be here.
He's earning a living there now. He's
what?
He's earning a living. 'cause he
anyway.
lost hundreds of thousands of dollars as a lawyer.
So what Bill O'Brien did was, on every issue, you only had 9 minutes, no matter how controversial the issue was. So I got up twice.
Bill O'Brien?
Bill O'Brien.
Wait.
That
Is that
was,
fair to Bill O'Brien? He's not here to protect himself. Was that a legislator who
Excuse
got up
me?
and made the motion?
No.
It was a legislator.
297.
Bill O'Brien does not
excuse
make
me,
motions.
Excuse me. No. This was a House rule.
No, that's
Yes,
not
that-
true. That's not true. It was a motion that was made.
No, I know it wasn't. No, it wasn't. It was a House rule, the Republican House rule.
You know, I'm
because
gonna-
I got up there twice. Two people got up
I have
before
to
me.
disagree.
I went up to speak on a very important issue, and guess what? I was thrown out. He said, "No,
Sean
I'm sorry, you
Jasper.
can't come. You can't come here because it's only 9 minutes." You want to know
Representative
why they only gave us 9 minutes?
Jasper
You
from
wanna-
Hudson,
you
who
wanna
is
know?
famous for cutting
You
off
want to
speech.
know why they only gave us 9 minutes? Everyone 9 minutes? Because everybody knew 297 to 103. It wouldn't make a damn bit of difference what the Democrats had to say, or even the Republicans. You were just going to vote
I'm going
any
to
way you
challenge
want
you to show
How
me
much?
the rule book, okay?
No, this is a House rule.
To show me talking the
same
House rule,
as
the
a
black
hu-
book.
No.
Show me the House rule
In the-
that had in there 3-minute speeches. You're
No,
wrong.
no, I said
Representative
9
Sean
minutes.
Jasper got up every
9
time and made the
minutes.
motion. If you
Nine-
look when we roll called some of them, I voted against it. I believe we should not cut debate.
Hold on a second. When you guys were 297 and I was one of 103 Democrats, you did what you wanted to do.
Just like the Democrats do,
So
whoever's in the
you-
majority.
You turned around and said, because it wouldn't make any difference what was said, it was going to pass the way the Republicans wanted it anyway, and it was 9 minutes per issue.
You all
9 minutes.
You all passing
Now,
illegal
now-
amendments
now,
that go against the
hold it.
rules. So what's
9 minutes, but this time, one person got up and spoke for 32 minutes.
What don't you
But when there were
understand?
only 9 minutes, there were 3 speakers. I was one of them. By the time it came to my turn,
Then take
the
a drink.
2 speakers spoke for over 9 minutes. And Bill O'Brien said, "I'm sorry, you can't speak because that's the House rule."
No, it was
Twice
voted
this
on. You're
happened
not
to me.
listening to me. You're right. He did do that, but he didn't say it was the House rule. They voted on that.
Vote on it, the
They
House,
voted-
make it the House. Oh, I beg your pardon.
All right.
So, in other
Well,
words,
we're gonna
carrying
agree to
gun-
disagree here.
Carrying guns inside the
What's
hall.
wrong? What's wrong with that?
No. Was that a House rule?
What is wrong with
Excuse
law?
me. Well, no. Was that a House rule?
That was a House rule. Yes.
Okay. Well, it's the same thing for time. But you had to. We all had to vote on
We're
it.
going to agree to disagree on that.
297 to 103. You guys wanted guns inside the chamber.
What is wrong with law-abiding citizens carrying guns? I don't understand what you're so scared of.
Well,
Why would
Al,
you check?
Al,
Why would I have
Al,
to check my gun?
I voted for it.
You voted to
The
take the guns away. You voted.
No, the last time when it came up as a House rule for people to carry guns within the chamber, I was one of the only Democrats who said, yes, they may. The problem is, when it comes to that, people get scared. And when you guys were 297 to 103, and you made it okay to carry guns.
Why did we make it okay?
Let me finish. You made it okay to carry guns. And what happened? You had a bunch of yahoos going out, buying guns, who didn't even know how to shoot them.
that's not true.
Dropping guns on the
No,
floor.
that's not true. He's a long-time shooter, avid shooter,
Excuse me,
hunter.
dropping guns on the floor?
One representative who is a long-time hunter shooter. His father owns some big,
He also
sewage company or something.
went. He also went like this and said, "I didn't drop my second one."
But the
Come
but the
on.
bottom line is that was an accident.
Is that dangerous?
I, as a young Marine, have dropped my .45. I served 22 years in the Marines. If I sat here today
Excuse
and
me,
said
you
that I
dropped
ever
your
dropped,
45 years a Marine.
if
How many did you get?
Because when
How
you're
many
in,
did you shoot?
when you're in the ground, when you're crawling around, or you're sitting down and your holster hits a chair or something,
Ladies and gentlemen,
you know.
you heard it.
But what I'm saying
heard
is,
it here.
it was a bona
The
fide
state
accident.
representative crawling
Yeah.
around on the floor.
I was
and they dropped their 45.
22 years as a U.S. Marine. I served in Desert Storm.
well,
I've shot
I'm
more
glad.
weapons than most people dream of.
What has that
and
got to do
people
with-
like
what has that got to
you
do?
want to take my guns away and say, no, you don't
Like
rate them.
me?
Like you, the Democrats.
Excuse me, I'm the only Democrat who voted for it, and he's blaming this on me.
Oh, that's only one time.
Look,
Did
I'll
you
arm
vote?
wrestle you for
Oh,
this.
let's
I'm
rock,
telling
baby.
you.
Let's rock.
I'm telling you. No, I'm serious. Come on.
Take a drink.
Come on.
No,
I want to.
no, because then it's going to be filmed. When I break your arm there, it's going to be on film and you'll sue me. I know how you Democrats work.
Yeah, right. You chicken.
I know how Democrats
Yeah,
are.
submarine he is. Just remember that, ladies and gentlemen.
yeah,
the Marine
right.
wouldn't do it.
Will he sue me or wouldn't he?
Nah,
I mean,
he wouldn't
yeah.
sue- Well, obviously, we have a lot to talk about. We have
right.
probably about 6 minutes, 7 minutes left.
we-
But it's going to be a two-parter. So
Okay.
we're going to do a two-parter. So let
You know,
us.
since we went to guns,
Yes.
how about the death penalty you all voted to repeal?
Ah.
And we can finish that on the second part if we can.
I think we can do that.
Okay.
You're for the death
Oh,
penalty.
damn right I am. That's a
you
deterrent.
you would pull a. Oh, it's a deterrent.
It's a deterrent for people to
Excuse
commit
me.
murder in New Hampshire.
Let me get a thermometer. Anybody got a thermometer? It's a deterrent. Texas. Geez, that's a real deterrent.
Wait, no, no.
Texas.
Keep us in
They
New
keep
Hampshire.
Killing on.
Keep us in New Hampshire. We're the safest state, one of the safest states in the country. Less murders, less crime. Keep us in New Hampshire.
Yes, without basically the threat of the death penalty. Supposedly has got a lot of people to say, all right, I'll take life imprisonment without parole. And besides, you want to kill people off. That's
support
fine with
the
me.
death penalty?
How expensive is it?
I don't care.
Oh, you don't care?
No, you want to know I don't care?
How many millions of dollars
How
does
much
it
money?
take it?
Tell that mom or dad that their kid got killed. That you're worried about the almighty dollar
And you know
instead
something?
of putting that son of a gun
why
to death.
Why don't you
that
be
killed their
honest with the
child.
people out here? There's people who stood up against the death penalty who lost 2 people to a crazy person who killed them and said, I forgive him. I don't think we should be in the death penalty.
But the polls are showing 2-1 support the death penalty here in New Hampshire.
I heard 60% were against it.
No, that's not true. You're hearing wrong. Do another Google check. I wish. Let me bring out my phone here and get a fact check.
wait.
Let me get a fact check for you.
A fact check.
It's about 60% that support the death penalty.
No, they're against it.
I have to disagree
All
with
right,
you.
I'll tell you what.
We'll agree to disagree.
When we take a break, we'll
Yeah.
come back.
Okay,
And
good.
ladies, and we got about 5 more minutes, but we'll arm wrestle too.
Yeah,
'Cause
well.
I think we're. What are you, chicken?
And why would I want to put you down on here? And then if I hurt your arm, a man of your age, and before you know
A
it,
man of my age.
before you know it, next thing you know, you're going to sue me. You won't invite me back. You'll cry to the speaker that I picked on you, that I hurt
Oh,
you.
I'm going to do that anyway.
That's right, yeah.
I'm going to say you such awful things about the speaker.
Oh, well, the speaker, I like her personally, but her politics are terrible.
Oh, our politics. Gee, she gives
know?
everyone the opportunity to
Let me
speak.
put it this way here. She put amendments through, her and your liberal Democrats, that were never even voted on, that never had a hearing through Finance Committee on Medicaid expansion. Never went to the Commerce Committee.
Hold on a second. And if I remember, 297 to 103, you guys did a lot of
Why
that.
do you keep going
You
back
did a
to...
lot.
You're just like Obama, that blamed Bush for everything. Why can't you stick to today? What's going on today in New Hampshire?
Because
Why do you gotta try to go
of
back to
what is
something years
taking
ago?
place today in New Hampshire is to try to wipe up the crash blood that you cause people. You and your 10 cents pack off on a cigarettes.
did the
You know how
sky-
much that is? We lost $40 million because of who? You.
And you probably
And
got
so
more
you're
in the
turning around-
betterment tax.
What?
You probably got more money in the betterment tax because when
And
we
the betterment
dropped,
tax is what?
is the roll toll tax. You know what I mean? Because when people come in,
What has that got to do with cigarettes?
because what happens is when people come in from Mass, Vermont, New York,
Cigarettes.
listen to me now. When they come into the state, they buy their cigarettes, they get their gas. When they get their gas and they're in your area, you get a percentage of the gas tax to help you fix your roads.
The problem
and if
was...
NASA's not fixing their roads, then that's
the
not my
problem
fault.
was that loss of $40 million did exactly that.
Then why do we have a $77 million
Exactly
surplus then? Why is there a $77 million surplus?
Yeah,
we do.
million dollar
Yes, we do.
surplus. You know something?
You all just robbed the surplus. Remember, you
I
passed
need a thermometer for
Hey,
this guy.
didn't
This
you
guy is absolutely...
Didn't you just pass 2 bills that take $6.5 million and some others out of the surplus money to go to the health care? Because they can't
Go
fund,
to health care?
Yeah.
Oh my God, imagine going to the health care. Mental illness. We shouldn't do anything about that, should
What
we?
I'm saying is live within our means.
Well,
Take a look at the
oh,
fraud.
I see.
Look at the money's being
Live within
blown
our
out
means.
there.
And isn't New Hampshire getting better? I mean, didn't we come down a 0.25%? I mean, since the Democrats are back, I mean, obviously, we're doing a much better job than what the
The
Republicans
tax and
did.
spenders are
Oh,
back.
the tax and spenders.
They're back.
But guess what? The tax and spenders.
The tax
But
and
gee,
spenders are
everything is
back.
going up, isn't it? Tax and spenders.
Let me ask you something.
We did put a tax back on the cigarettes for a dime, which should have been 20
No,
cents.
actually,
Do you want to know
did.
why?
Actually, they didn't.
Because
they put the 10 cents back and then plus another 10 cents.
great. And guess what? You want to know why? Because Massachusetts put $1 tax, one extra dollar tax. So adding, as you say, 20 cents really isn't nothing,
Well,
because it's 80 cents still
I have
cheaper
to disagree with
come
you.
here to New
That's
Hampshire.
a tax against low-income people, and the Democrats are supposed to be concerned
Sure,
about
I
low-income.
know. Look,
Just like the oil
that-
tax, the gas tax. You're going after people that don't have deep pockets. And you're supposed to be for the little people, for the low-income people.
Excuse me, we're talking about cigarettes.
Okay? That's right.
Young man,
So,
talking about cigarettes.
I smoke, but I buy them from the PX, so it don't hurt me
so
to tax.
wait a minute. So you get what?
I get them
You get a
tax-free.
break. We're gonna come
I buy
back.
them tax-free.
We're going to come back and we're going to talk about it. I would like you to look at that camera and tell everyone how they can get you.
You can reach me at www.albaldasaro.com, or you can call me at my home at 425-6997.
And
I'm an easy guy.
his nickname is Pasquale.
Pasquale, that's right.
Pasquale.
Yeah, come over and have a bowl of pasta.
I'm going to give you his address.
41 Hall Road, I got nothing to hide. Look for the Marine Corps flag that's flying high on the hill.
Oh, God. I'm telling you, this guy's tough. All right, my name is Ken Gidge, and this is The Art of Politics. Look, a lot of this is fun. This gentleman sits right behind me. You can imagine what I have to go through with him. We are friends.
We are.
We are friends, and we will be friends. And we're going to do a two-part series. So next week, you will see the same gentleman here, and this time we're going to be talking about probably the death.
That's right, in the casinos.
Okay, the casinos. Okay, so you can get me at Ken Gidge, or Gidge World is good, or my telephone number, which is 864-9332. And by the way, I sold some art up in Manchester at the Expo.
Oh, that's awesome. I won't
Yeah.
have to help you out no more, or, or get you on the heating
As
assistance.
if he helped me out at all. Okay, thank you very much. See you next week.